All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a big one for you tonight. It is UK3, followed by Italy 3. The poll just closed a few moments ago, and it looks like we are going to be doing Battle in the Baltic this evening, which is good and bad, I think. I don't know. We're going to find out. It was a very, very close poll, and it was a nail-biter right to the end. So we've got some cool things happening. Yep, and your commander today is going to be Mr. Chad Condi, aka Pizza Man. And that's his. What I understand is that his son set up his YouTube account, and that he happened to be delivering pizza that day. So I'm not really sure, or was bringing home pizza that day. So I don't really know. I think that's the origin story of that name. But yes, Cray. Unfortunately, I left my fez and pipe at home today, but we will be doing our best to bring that along in the future. But awesome. All right. Let's see. We've got a couple of things that are going to happen today. Quick for everybody that's here. I'm going to say this a couple times later, but if you are watching this, thank you for watching. We really appreciate that. But in an interest in keeping the game moving along, we keep the chat to member only so that we can communicate with our commanders as the game goes on. If you'd like to join the chat, we would love to have you. Click that join button and become a citizen of Board Game Nation, as we call it. And then from there, you'll be able to get into the chat immediately, and then the real fun begins. You'll be able to vote in our next poll, which will be in a couple of weeks. As you can also see from the crawl at the bottom, after tonight's live stream, we'll be taking a mid-game break, and I'm going on vacation, and then I've got a week of like hardcore work that I need to really plow through and get done. And then we'll be back on March 28th with US 3, Japan 4, a big giveaway. We should have our first prizes from Historical Board Gaming for that one, so we're excited to have that. And then we'll have a big announcement that night as well. So we've got a lot of the information that we need for that, but we are still working on a couple of last details, and then we will have the big reveal on the 28th. We're super excited about that. So I'm going to put you guys on hold for a minute, and then we will be back, and we will get this craziness underway. Stand by. We will be right back. All right, friends, we are back. We've got a couple of great folks that are already on with us. Robin is here. Thank you for being here. Dave DeJour, Mr. Coffee is here. Ed, parentheses, Ed. Hey, what's up, brother? That means Australia is being represented, and it's mind blown. Mind blown. I don't know where you're from, brother. Where are you from? I kind of know where everybody else is from. And David Whitfield, I feel like you're in Australia as well. I can't remember. If you can let us know where you're from so that we can say hello and make sure. We've been keeping track of the weather, strangely. Somehow this turned into a weather podcast. I don't know, but it was a lovely day here in Memphis. 73 degrees today, sunny. It was a beautiful day. I spent it all inside at my desk. But I did open the window a little bit. So I did get a little bit of sunshine this morning. But Mind Blown's actually from Indiana, which is very close to Australia, galactically speaking. Then we appreciate you being here. Mind Blown, we will love that. And we've got ourselves, oh my gosh, there we go. We got a bunch of things happening all of a sudden. Dave Whitfield, thank you very much, sir, for the super chat from Australia. Thank you very much. It is Thursday in 2027, and that's just how time zones work. I don't know if anybody knew that or not, but that's how it works. And it's also 2027, and it's a topsy-turvy world there in the future. I hope you were okay and with the cyclone that came through. So I hope that went okay for you. And Cray T is here. Thank you very much, sir. Good to see you. And he's donated 5 gift memberships. Very kind, very kind. Christian Kopang is one of our new members. Thank you very much. The girl is here. Thank you very much for being here. Welcome to Board Game Nation. T-Bone is here. Fantastic. And Little Kid Soda. I like that. That's fun. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Jim Feldhaus. These are all new members of the Board Game Nation. Thank you very much for being here. We were at 121 before we started today, which is just mind-blowing to me, and that obviously puts us 126. So fantastic. We really appreciate that. Mind Blown's actually in Bloomington, Indiana, a very cool town. I've been there a couple of times. Thank you very much for being here. And thank you for that super chat. And now it is time to bring on a fellow Indiana resident, Mr. Doug Thorpe. Everybody say hi to Doug. Hi, Doug. Oh, that is the wrong one. This is the one right here. Hi, Doug.
Hey, Gary. Hey, everybody. It's good to be here.
Get cigar.
There it is.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. So before we get into this, yes, you're absolutely right, Jeb. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Charles, thank you for being here. This is a big one tonight. There's no doubt about that. This is going to be one where we're going to see how this plays out. As soon as we were done with the Germans' turn, I thought, man, if I were playing the UK, I think I know what I would do here. But it made me wish that I had pushed out into Sea Zone 6 and taken out that destroyer that was there. It would have meant sacrificing the fleet, but we also would have kept the 2 fighters out of that. So there's a couple of things that we probably should have done a little bit differently here, but we'll see. We're going to roll some dice and we're going to find out whether or not the luck for the Axis holds up here. We'll find out.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. So, but before we get into that, I wanted to ask, I did something a little different with the voting this time. Rather than writing my hyper abbreviated hieroglyphic polls, like Commander 1, PU purchase units, 2 DD destroyer, like all of that stuff. What I did is instead I took screenshots of their orders from the Google Sheet and dropped those into the Discord so that everybody could see exactly what the orders were. A little bit. Basically, I was trying to take a step out. Instead of having to send everybody to the spreadsheet, we would just make it available for everybody to see. So I hope that worked.
I thought it was really good. I looked at it briefly while I was at work and just there on my phone glanced at like what those options were. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I think it worked a little bit better too. It made it easier even for me because like I would be able to click and see, okay, so number 3 is ahead or number 1 is ahead, and I could click and see what those orders
Mhm.
were and
Yeah.
dread my choices and regret my earlier choices based on what was in the lead at the time. But this was a really, really close poll. Um, I think I think it's only 36% of the vote went to number 3. So it was very, very close. But I want to say a quick shout out here to somebody that I'm seeing in the chat for the first time. Historical Board Gaming is here this evening. Mr. Doug
Nice.
Friend, thank you for being here. He gets a glockenspiel. And it's going to be a little confusing
All the
because
Dougs get a glockenspiel, right?
that's right. This new company policy. Uh, but Doug Friend of Historical Board Gaming has actually signed up as our latest general in the Board Game Nation membership
That's awesome.
hierarchy. So we really appreciate that support. That's very, very kind. Thank you for being here, Doug. Great to see you. And so yeah, I'm seeing a lot of positive feedback here about the screenshots. I will say, I hate to do a thing and then make that be the expectation that how it's going to be every time. That will be the goal, I guess, from now on until something better pops up. But if I will do my best to make sure that that happens every time. But if it doesn't happen every time, please don't shoot me in the face. I got a couple of comments after the last live stream that there were some folks that were having trouble hearing us, and that it became particularly pronounced when we went to commercial or when like YouTube would cut in with an ad. And first, let me say, I don't have any control over the YouTube ads, what their volume is, what they play. I don't know what they are. I don't have any control over it. But we can control the volume that we're putting out. So I wanted to check with everybody and see, do we sound at the right level? Like, are you having to turn your volume all the way up to be able to hear us? Are Doug and I relatively level? I know in some of the earlier live streams we weren't even close, but hopefully we're a little bit closer now, and that the volume is comfortable for everybody. So if anybody wants to let us know whether or not anything that I just said made any sense, that'd be great.
I can hear you.
All right, cool. All right. All right, cool. Thank you, Mindblown. Okay, and we got a bunch of people online already. That's fantastic. If you're here and excited to see what happens in C-Zone 5 and the Baltic, please go ahead and hit that like button for us. We're going to see how this plays out. But okay, good. So we've got a couple of positive comments. Kratis, he said at 80%, but he's also got a headset in. So that sometimes makes a difference. Volume is good. Thank you very much. Okay, great. So I appreciate that. We've been trying to get this sorted out and get better at it every time. It gets a bit quieter when you go to the board, but I have no trouble hearing. Okay. Until after the battle. Yeah.
Mind blown. I like your comment.
Have a little faith, brother. Like, I don't know. Man, this is the definition of a tough crowd, friend. Like, I don't have any control over the dice, guys. I swear. You watch me roll them. I will roll them in front of everybody. So we'll see. Cool. All right. There and there. All right. So again, man, I want to tell everybody so bad I can't stand it. We've got big news that we'll have ready to announce for everybody on the 28th. I'm super stoked. I wish I could tell you, but I'm not going to tell you yet. We got to nail it all down and make sure that it's all buttoned up before I tell everybody. But big news. I can't talk about it anymore. All right, here we go. So what else have we got going on? This was something that I just learned the other day that I don't think everybody is aware of. Okay. Battle of the Bulge, first off, is, and I think everybody has seen this, that Battle of the Bulge is now available through Renegade, right? They're reprinting this like they did Guadalcanal and everything else that they've reprinted. What I did not know is that this is a limited release. They're not planning to keep this. So if you don't have a copy of this game and you want one, you should order it, because they're not going to be keeping this on the shelf or on the website. So they're going to do like a 1, maybe 2 runs of this, and then it's going to go back into the ether, and it'll be really hard to get again. So if you are interested in picking up a copy of this, and I recommend that you do, like I said, I said this before, I haven't had a chance to play this yet, and obviously this one's still sealed, so I clearly haven't played it yet, but it looks like a very cool game, and I'm excited to get a chance to do that, and I'm glad to actually have a copy of it, because they're not going to be available for all that long. So it's just something to keep in mind. Somebody told me that the other day, and I was like, oh, I don't think everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Another question that I got in one of the comments was Stalingrad. And like the pre-order for Stalingrad is set to go out August, latest probably early September is what they're telling us. And we had some folks out in Europe and in Australia and New Zealand that were asking what the ship dates were going to be for them before they pre-ordered. And I reached out to my friends over at Renegade and I asked that question, and they said that Australia, New Zealand, and Europe should be 1, maybe 2 weeks behind the US release, which is pretty good.
I thought it worked the other way. I thought they already got theirs. I thought they were like ahead.
Well, so they're waiting on 2nd edition in Australia.
Got it. Yeah,
2 years from now, right? I mean, they've been playing these games for years. What are you talking about? But for the 1st edition, my friends in Australia, New Zealand, and in Europe, you should go ahead and order this, because you'll be able to get it relatively close to when the States will get it, when North America will get it. So if that's something that you're interested in, I suggest checking that out. Yes, that's the big news, Ed, is my new undershirt colors. You guys are so weird. I don't even know what to do with you guys. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So let's get over to the board.
Yeah, I'm excited to get to this action.
The madness. Here we go.
Excited / nervous.
Yes. Oh, I need to put my headphones in here so that I can hear Doug. So this is the board state. Let's see what happens from here. Make sure my headphones are hooked up so I can hear Doug. Okay. Okay, so Chad just showed up. Chad, congratulations. You are our commander of the day. So hang in there. We're going to need you to be around here for a few minutes so that you can tell us which of your units you want to lose. See what I did there?
Yep. Yeah, I glanced at the orders, but I didn't. I don't really know whose is whose and what exactly we got going here.
Oh, that's not annoying at all. So my iPad has decided that it doesn't want to play with me right now. Okay, so we're going to have to... Oh, there we go. Commander number 3. Okay, so what did we buy, Commander number 3? You, for the United Kingdom, have purchased, looks like 3 infantry, 3 artillery, and 2 AA guns. What's that about? Why would you do that? Oh, wait, no, that's not right.
That'd be awesome.
Can never be too safe out there. And a fighter and a destroyer. Fighter and 1 destroyer. dump this box out on the floor here in a second if I can't find a destroyer. There we go. Picked up every piece in the box except for a destroyer. Okay.
It's one of the boats.
Is it one of the boats? Okay, cool. Thank you.
It is. It's kind of got a square back on the end of it.
Is that how that works? That's awesome. Thank you. Well, Doug's just full of vinegar today, isn't he? Look at that. All right. So here we go. Let's get some. Let's make some combat moves here.
Sounds good.
Number 1, India to Burma. Sending one guy.
One guy. There was a lot of. Burma. I felt like there was a 1-guy version. There was a 2-guy version. There was a 3-guy version.
Right. If
I remember. And I like there's a lot of versions.
Yes, I like the variety of it. I like that you guys are making some different options here. Okay, the bomber from Anglo Egypt, Sudan to Burma. 1, 2, 3, 4. Using 4 moves to try to pick off the one dude in Burma. One of the fighters from here to 15. Okay.
This is why I don't like chipping fighters.
Yeah. Okay, so now it is everything that's in the UK on the transports that are in 7 into Sea Zone 5 with the destroyer and everything that's in Sea Zone 7, including the 2 fighters that are there. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. Let me get this out of the way for a moment. All right, we're just going to go ahead and put these guys over here. This destroyer. There's there's your 1. Is the carrier coming? Yes, the carrier is coming. Okay, so there's your 1s, there's your 2s, here's your 3, here's your 4. You got 2 more 3s in this group. And then these 3 transports are also, here, we'll just do this. So I want you to note that I did purposefully move those units already to a place, assuming that the fleet has been successful, as an intentional jinx. I'm just going to put that out there so that there isn't any doubt as to why I did that. So I was almost tempted.
Move, right?
Yep. So, okay. And is that it? I think so. Yep. That's all. Okay. All right, so you were successful in Sea Zone 15. This transport served us well. Okay, well now we have to do Sea Zone 5 first before we do Burma. It's an amphibious assault. All right. Oh man, guys, you're good. You got me all nervous. I don't know why I'm all nervous all of a sudden. Okay, here's your D4. That's what we'll be rolling. We'll be rolling D4s. So you guys can roll the D12s that are in there. Okay, so here's your carrier. That's 1 hit. Okay. An auspicious beginning. Here's the 2 destroyers. 2 more hits. That's fun. So you guys have yet to miss. You guys are shooting 100 right now. How many hits do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 all day. You've already hit 3 of them.
5. Hey, you just got to hit them 5 times back, Gary. It'll be fine.
Sweet. And now for your 3s. And that'll be all.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. Okay, well, there you go. That's
Hey, if you roll as many 1s as they did, I'll be okay with it.
Right. All right. So all our guys are dead. Fair enough. We have 2 2s, right?
Yep.
2 twos. 1 hit. We have a 3. Nope. And 2 4s. 1 more hit. Womp, womp. Okay. I assume it's a tip on the battleship and then a destroyer. So 8 in exchange for, I don't know, 47 or something stupid over here. That was bad.
Yep.
That was a bad one. That was a bad one there. All right. Well, they can't all be gems. Okay. Next up. Burma, I guess, right? Yeah.
The amphibious assault.
Oh, right. We got to do that too. So this is where we turn it around.
That's right. If they hit us once and you hit them 5 times, it'll be okay.
Exactly. And those guys moved twice. Okay. Okay, dokie. Oh, and so did this guy. This guy's got 2 moves left. All right. So you've got no air units coming in, so we don't get an AA shot. There's no offshore shot. You have 1 at a 1. That one missed. You have 2, 3, 4 at a 2. Here's your 4 twos. That's 4 hits. That's fun.
You're rolling a lot of 1s for them.
Yeah, so it seems. There's 4 hits. That seems excessive. And then the tank, why not? All 5. Cool in the gang. So that's all of the German units. Again, in the first round of combat. Okay. All right. I got to tell you, if you've never done this, like rolled against yourself, it's even more excruciating than having someone else like roll really well against you, because at least you can feel good for them, right? Like you can say, oh man, that was a really good roll. It's all bad on my side of this. So I don't even know what to do. All right, so here's our 4 twos firing back. 2 hits. 2 hits there, okay. And our tank. No surprises. 2 hits. 2 hits for the UK in exchange for 5. Oh, man. The 2 infantry, I assume, we'll be taking those off. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Sorry. It's this. Okay, so that was cool. Good job for the UK. That was
Yeah, that's tough. Tough rolls.
Good gravy. That was absolutely disgusting. Okay, so the Allies lost 14, and the Axis lost 34, 42, 56, 63, 75, 80. Is my math there right? Is that 80?
I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention. 10,
okay.
20, 30, 47, 52, 64.
Yeah, the chat is agreeing with my assessment of 80.
Right. Yeah.
And we're not done. Chad has just reminded me that we still have to roll for Burma. So maybe it's a German problem. Maybe this Japanese dude will be El Fuego. Let's start with the infantry. Never mind. The Japanese fire back, and they both go down. So it's actually 83. 83 to 17 is the final for that disgustingness. It was absolutely gross. Okay. But we keep the territory, so that's at least something. And the UK did not pick up any additional money this turn, so that's good.
Yeah,
because that becomes Russians. So that's good. And holy cow, that blew a big hole. Man, Gary's betrayed Doug and joined us. It seems like it, man. Holy cow. Okay, I'm still reeling from that madness. Okay, so non-combat. Let's see if we can figure this out now. The bomber from Burma is going to Persia.
could land in Yunnan.
He could land in Yunnan. I think that's an excellent plan.
I mean,
The 2 infantry and the AA moving to Persia. The fighter from 15 is coming to Persia. And the fighter from 12, or from Sudan, is going to 12 to land on the American carrier. Cool. That was absolutely disgusting, guys. I gotta tell you. Okay. And anything else, Chad? Anything else that we can get for you? We can just start blowing up guys randomly if you like. Oh, there you go. Mind blown. Thank you very much. On the good side, the video definitely earned my like. Okay. Man. See, that's a turn of the blade right there, my friend. Okay. Chad, I've got a no changes from Chad, so this is all going to stay here. The fighters, I guess, are staying in 5 with the fleet, naturally. Other than that, I don't think you have anything else to do. I think that's going to wrap the UK's turn. Okay. Man, you guys are absolutely killing me. All right. And so, yeah, so this is done. Mobilizing. Where do you want this destroyer? It doesn't say in your orders. Where do you want this destroyer, Chad? Yeah, he didn't think he'd have fighters left in Sea Zone 5. Yeah, neither did I. Okay. You want it in Sea Zone 7 off of France. Okay. Okay. God, I'm going to need a drink after this one, guys. All right. So this is 83 to 17. 9 and 8, 17. Oh, that is.
Yeah, that was tough. That's a tough one.
That's going to leave a mark. Holy buckets. Okay. We'll go ahead and put these guys back in the box because just them sitting there just makes me depressed. Man, okay. All right.
It's okay. We got Russia right where we want them. They're almost completely surrounded. All those German guys up there.
That's true. That's true. Russia's in a bad way. That is true.
Coming from every direction.
That's right. Italy. So that is the end. Okay, so let's do a quick recap for the UK. In the UK proper, they have 3 infantry, 3 artillery, a fighter, 3 American bombers. These guys, those transports are in 7. Yeah, they're in 7. 3 American bombers, an American fighter. Sea Zone 7 has 2 American transports and a UK destroyer. Sea Zone 12 has a destroyer, an American fighter, and a UK fighter, along with 2 American transports. Morocco still has 2 infantry, 2 artillery. Sea Zone 5 has 3 transports, a destroyer, a cruiser, a carrier with 2 fighters on it, and a battleship. Because of course it does. Karelia has an infantry, 2 artillery, and a tank, an AA gun, and an industrial complex with 2 points of damage. Persia has 2 infantry, an AA gun, a fighter, and a bomber in it. India is completely unoccupied, and there's still a dude chilling in the Shire. Eastern Canada, standing strong in Ottawa, has got themselves 2 infantry as well. And I believe that is all of the UK board state. Okay. Shaking that off. Moving on to the Italians.
It's okay, Gary.
17 IPCs this time.
What do you think about 4 men and a tank? Or what plan do you have? I think you said you hadn't thought about their buy much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. 4 infantry and a tank is fine. I had thought about another fighter here to replace the German ones that had been lost, but I think the Germans are more likely to be able to afford these, so we'll let them buy those, and we'll buy the guys. Do we need a tank? I'm tempted just to buy an artillery and save one. What do we need a tank for?
Yeah, whichever way you want to go. Did we, what did UK gain? They're still at 28, is that right?
Yeah, they didn't gain anything.
Okay.
I mean, they, just took out 83 IPCs or 80 IPCs worth of stuff. So, you can do that math if you want to.
What, but they're down 5, right? Australia, Transjordan, and Egypt.
That's 4. No, you're right. 5. That's 5.
So they're at 26.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Let's
start with 31.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're at 26. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, whatever you want to do on Italy, man. Yeah, I just, I mean, me and the tanks for $5. I mean, they defend on a 3, they attack on a 3. But I really don't think it matters that much. So whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So we have 17. So we could buy 3 guys and 2 artillery. That would be 17.
Yep.
Yeah. Gives us a little counterpunch.
Okay.
Okay. So 3 infantry, 2 artillery for 17. Combat. Okay. I had looked at a couple of different variations for this. Did you look at that plan for Japan that we talked about?
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe that's the way we go, and let Italy go all in here and try to kill these last 2 guys, and maybe if they're lucky they can get a plane.
All right, so you're going to pick up the guy from the Ukraine, come into 34 and bombard?
Yeah. Well, so the transport grabs the guy, the tank.
Yeah.
Right, and they come through,
and
it's probably just the cruiser because I want the battleship out here.
Okay.
With the fighter.
Okay.
And then the destroyer and the cruiser in 14 to take out this sub.
Okay.
So a couple of things here. We get a shot. Hopefully we are able to take out at least the infantry And then if we presume that they, have air units remaining, if they want to try to hit it again, now they've got to risk an air unit to do it with. This also takes away, if we're successful in getting the infantry, it takes away any ability to recapture Calcutta, even if we just land there with one guy.
Yeah.
So I think that is useful. Here we get rid of this sub, we clear the Mediterranean again. We're going to assume that this battleship survives. If the battleship and the fighter can take out this destroyer, I think I'm going to flip the table, particularly after this last UK assault. But with the battleship there, the Americans can't hit Italy. They could bomb it, but they can't attack it. So we'd be forcing the Americans to either come into the Med to try to clean everything up, which is certainly possible. They've got enough air power and so forth to do it, but they're not going to be able to land in Italy. Which means that we can move all of this non-combat into France. And that's also where this fighter goes at the end. That's its only move, is 1, 2, 3. It has to land in France.
And the idea of leaving some of the fleet in 14 is just they either got to send just air after it. Maybe we can pick off a couple air units, or like I don't really see the sub as a threat. I mean, they can't get fighters to our Navy to combo with the subs. Unless the sub and the bomber want to attack our Navy, I don't really see a reason to worry about it.
Well, if this carrier were to come in, but could they get there? 1, 2, let me just my pointer so people can see what I'm doing.
I guess if they took Libya or Balkans, they could land the fighters. Yeah.
Yeah, they could land in Libya, or they could bring the carrier into 13 and land. Those fighters would have to find someplace else to be, but if they want to take shots with their air units at these sea units, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
I mean, if these fighters come down 1, 2, 3, 4, they could land back in Persia. But okay, now the Russian fighters are here. The Japanese are in range of that, so I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't think that holding Persia is sustainable for them. I know that we don't have a lot of dice to roll here, but
yeah,
if we can get out, I mean, we got an attack of 7 here. I don't expect our guys to live very long. If those guys get to roll twice, I'm going to be thrilled at this point. But picking off 1 or 2 of those infantry is going to make a big, big difference, because in theory now the Germans can step in. Can this bomber get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it wouldn't be great for it. Well, maybe they could make it to India, because Japan will likely have India, so the bomber can land there.
I think if you're going to hit Persia, you should go in there stronger. I mean, why not take both cruisers down there? I mean, if you're going to do it, let's be sure you get the 2 guys, and maybe you get lucky and get the bomber also, is my thought. I mean, that's why I'm kind of like the sub. I don't really care about the sub.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I guess that makes sense.
The battleship's going to 13 to block. I mean, should the destroyers...
Charles. Have a great night. Thank you. See you on the 28th. Thank you.
See you, Charles. Thanks. Should the destroyer just go with the battleship?
Yeah, that's where I've got it now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, does the fighter go to Persia also, or we might want that for defense and
I don't want with the dice today. I'm not rolling an Aegon.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, did they? I don't know if they missed. Did they miss?
They did miss, but not like once in each battle or something. And you rolled. I mean, surely you can't keep rolling ones, right?
right?
Like you
Exactly.
rolled 4 2s and 3 of them were 1s, and one of them was a 2. That can't keep
Right.
going on.
Right. So I want to make sure that we're on the same page here. This fighter coming in here means it's going to land in France.
Yeah.
And so if we move these 4 infantry, the artillery, and the tank into France with the fighter, that'll give us 8 infantry. So 16, 18, 21, 25 defense.
They can't retake France, yeah.
So the Americans can get there with 4. So they get there with 8, 11, 14, 26. And what did I say we had?
I think you said 28.
Right. And I think we moved the AA gun over too. If they want to bomb Italy, then let them bomb Italy.
Wow.
But the Germans, or no. So yeah, the Italians, so the Italians are going to go, then the Americans will go, and then the UK will, then the Germans will have another chance, and then before the UK goes. So yeah. So I think that's the move, is to reinforce France with everything that the Italians can bring. So the other choice was to try to come in with this transport and just these 2 guys firing at these 4 to try to hopefully get 2 of those. But I like this better.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm fine with this.
All right. So this is what we got. This is what we're doing. Combat is battleship, destroyer, and fighter from 16 into 13 to try to take out the destroyer there. The transport from 16 picks up the guy in Ukraine, swings into 15, picks up the tank that's in Transjordan, moves into 34, offloads into Persia with 2 offshore shots. Well, here's a question. Do we send the battleship out here and the cruiser back to 13? So it's a cruiser and a destroyer and a fighter.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that same thing.
Yeah.
Because if you have the destroyer in 13, you don't need the soak.
Right. Because there's no more subs. Oh, well, there is a sub. The Russian sub is sitting right there.
Yeah.
Let's just not have the destroyer hit this time. Let's just do it that way.
Yeah. And roll a 1 with your guy attacking Persia like you did with their guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, now you're on it. Okay.
Right.
And these guys can still get back up here if they want to reload, right?
They can't close the canal on us.
Unless the UK somehow survives all of this and steps into Transjordan, but
yeah, it's true.
We'll see. Well, it can't rain all the time. That's what they told me, right?
Yeah,
I think there was a movie about that. All right, so that's it then. Here we go.
Okay.
Here is the battle in Persia. Here's the infantry. Hits.
Yes.
Yay! Now we're moving. Okay, don't get too excited yet. All right, here we go. Yeah, here's the 2 3s. 2 3s, the tank and the cruiser. 1 more hit. And now the battleship at a 4. Also a hit. Skadoosh. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, you had to. I'm glad you went in there with more.
Right. All right. Condi. What's your play here, brother? You got 3 hits to take. Leave the fighter. That's what I thought. All right. Those in the bomber. Fighter stays. Okay. So here's your 2 2s. Yeah. Here's your infantry firing back. 1 hit. Okay. I'm sorry. Now here's your bomber. That was your infantry. This is your bomber. Of course it does. Good gravy. All right, that's everybody.
I've rarely seen so many 1. It'd be interesting to go back and look at the tape and see how many 1s you rolled out of all of these dice this entire round for both sides.
Absolutely gross. Okay. Okay, so these guys are down. So that's the end of that combat. So over to 13 now. Here's our destroyer. Hits. Here's your destroyer. Misses.
I'm
Holy
shocked.
cow.
I'm
Holy
shocked.
buckets.
That's so funny.
Now I'm paranoid. Jeez. Little post-traumatic stress in here. All right, so Italian combat has concluded. That's all the Italian combat. Charles, yeah, hey, you won one. Thanks, Charles. All right, so the 8, 16, and so the Axis lose 16. Excuse me. Put that on the wrong side. The Axis have lost 8 in this particular round of combat, and the Allies have lost 18, 26. All right.
Nice.
Pretty. I'll take it. I will take it all day, every day. Okay. So we're done with these. Here's the thing. I went through and picked dice that I watched the replay, and I saw that several of these get real reflective, and so they're hard to see in the video. And so I went through and picked like older dice that aren't quite as shiny, and the black ones don't seem to shine quite as well either. So I think we're rolling red dice next time, guys. just gonna say that. Okay, so these guys are done. Those guys are out of here. UK bomber is down. That's a big one. I like that. That American.
It's awfully convenient for my transports in the Pacific.
It really, really is. So that's a good one there. I like that one. Okay. Next, non-combat. We have this fighter's going to France. These 4 infantry are coming to France. Artillery and any wisdom in sending this tank to Bulgaria instead?
I think you just take it to France.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to get an air unit there to help. But if you get to a place where like it's a push in Caucasus and we needed to take possession of the space, that's the only thought. But this transport would be able to do it too. So
yeah,
okay, that's fine.
It'd been sweet if we would have had.
It'd been nice to get that fighter too.
Yeah, that would have been good. Can't complain.
Well, the Germans might still be able to take this guy out.
Yeah.
It depends on how froggy we're feeling.
Yep.
The Japanese might be able to do it too.
Japanese can get there. Yeah.
This fighter.
We got options.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Fighter, the bomber.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all interesting. All right, so quick recap for the Italians. They are, oh wait, hold on. Let's put the mobilize, our new units here. So that's 3 infantry and 2 artillery heading into Rome. All right, quick recap for the Italians. The Italians have 4 infantry, an artillery, and a tank, and a fighter in France. They are joined by 4 infantry and an artillery that belong to the Germans. Season 13 has a destroyer and a cruiser. Rome, Italy has 3 infantry, 2 artillery. They are accompanied by 2 German fighters and an AA gun. Let's move this AA gun into France. All right. We did leave the Russian sub sitting in 14. And the only other Italian units on the board are down here in Sea Zone 14, where there's a battleship, a cruiser, and a transport. Unfortunately, they don't have access to any cargo at the moment, but they can get back up here and try to do some silliness. So we'll see how it goes. But all right. Any questions in the comments about what is going on the board? I see we got some new gift memberships. Thank you very much, Ed. We're sorry that Japan is currently occupying your nation, but at the moment, it's working well for us. So, And
So I would
Caucasus, yeah.
feel better about this if it were like round 5, but to be halfway through the game and in the position we're in, it doesn't feel very good.
I don't
That's
know.
my quick assessment.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're about to pick up Calcutta.
Yeah.
We obviously are not likely to take Karelia back at this point, but we're still
Yeah.
holding France strong. We can reinforce Poland on Germany's turn. We're going to move an
Yeah.
AA gun into there. Um, we'll be able to move in a substantial number of infantry and air units. How much money does Germany have?
Germany has 44.
Exactly. So that feels like 5 or 6 fighters. So I like it. So I think, yeah, I mean, we're going to start to have to figure out like, where are we going to be able to hold and where are we going to have to let crumble a
Yeah.
little bit. But
Yeah. Agreed.
but I think we're doing okay. I think the Japanese fleet is doing well. I think they're going to bring in
Yeah.
some reinforcements, and so we'll see. Lots to go through. But any 44 season 44. What's in season 44? Is that the question?
Nothing. It's a ghost fleet. It
Yeah,
is a
season
carrier with
40.
2 fighters, a battleship, and a transport.
Oh, that's IPC count. Um, yeah,
Mm.
44 IPCs is the German,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
current the German balance. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So it sounds like there aren't any questions about what's happening on the map. So we will head back to.
I have a procedural question.
Sure. Do we need the map?
Um, no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
So are the generals still going to have till Friday to get their orders in? Then the world will have like whatever it is, a week and a half to vote and discuss and argue about those orders? What's going to happen in this gap?
Right.
Do do
So
do the do the generals have a day to get their orders in, and the world has a day to vote on them, and then we wait for those orders for a week and a half, or like what's that going to look like?
well, I guess I will ask this question to the association here. Um, what I was originally planning was to have the commanders put their orders in on Wednesday, the 26th. So let the commanders work on it until the 26th and argue amongst everybody, and then polls on. Yeah, they'd have until Thursday the 27th, and then we'd put in the poll, and then the world would have a day to vote on it, and then we would go through. But if the world wants to do that a different way, I'm certainly open to that. If you want to give your commanders until Friday, and then we'll put the poll out, or they'll have the orders in by Friday, and then we'll
I mean,
and then
usually, don't the commanders usually have their orders, like some of them have them in like the night of? Like, I don't know that they need a week to think about it. I think it would be better to give them their normal day or whatever it is, day or 2 days, than just leave the poll open and let people vote.
yeah. Um, okay,
I
so
mean, Robin even just said he's going to have his orders in tonight.
yeah. Okay, so I guess we've got a couple commanders here this evening. Do you guys want to have your orders in? Yeah, Robin already has his orders in for round 6. That's just how he rolls. So commanders will have 24 hours to put their orders together, but we're not going to put the poll out until the the 24 hours before the live stream next Friday. So the world will still be able to debate about what those orders are, but we'll have the orders in. Landon is also saying that his will be in tonight, so I think that'll be fine. Okay, so that's the. Let me try to say that again in one sentence that actually makes sense. So, commanders, you have the same regular 24 hours that you would have normally had. So, please have your orders in by 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and then we will. I will take screenshots of them because I don't leave until Friday morning. So I'll take screenshots of them tomorrow night when they're all in, drop those in the Discord so that everybody can see them, and then everybody can fight about them between tomorrow night at 7 and then Friday at 6, because the poll will go out on Thursday, the 27th. Right? Did I say that right? Did that make sense? Everybody understand what I just said? I hope so.
It made sense to me.
All right, cool. Did I just see somebody else dropped in another set of gift memberships? They did. Ed. More gift memberships. Man. Dennis. General Ravello. Steven Tyler. I love your music, brother. Emmett Slab. And that's only 4. Narcissistic Cranberries. That sounds like a heavy metal band, and I'm in for it. I like it. All right, guys, welcome to Board Game Nation. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. Thank you to Ed for sponsoring your 1-month membership. If you are one of the now 10 people today that have gotten gift memberships, thank you for watching, and thank you to your sponsors. But the way that'll work is your membership is good for 1 month, and then at the end of that month, you will be prompted to start to pay for it on your own. And if you continue to do that, that is fantastic. We love that, and we would love to have you there. But if you choose not to pay for it, then that is okay too. But you will no longer be able to be part of the member chat or be able to be in the member-only sections of the Discord server. You'll still be able to get into the Discord server for like the find a player stuff and the event stuff and all that kind of stuff. But it won't. You wouldn't be able to participate in that stuff. So if that's something that you're interested in, that is fantastic. Mind blown. Bloomington, Indiana in the house has dropped another 5 memberships on us, which is fantastic for RJL Network, Abstract Phoenix, Brian, just Brian. Hey, what's up, Brian? Good to see you. He's got a beer. He's ready to go. Haas, I think I'm saying that right. And I'm missing one. 1, 2. There he is, Nicholas Barnes. Thank you all for being here, and welcome to Board Game Nation. We're thrilled to have you. It's very, very kind of Mind Blown and Crate and everybody else to help support the channel in this way. And then
Charles,
you know, for $2, he knows that I'm a sucker for $2. In loving memory of the German fleet.
I would have paid $2 to have that on also, Charles. Well, money well spent.
Fine. Okay, so yes, so we're going to take a break. This has been, we're having a ball doing this, and I've got family to take around the Southwest. We're taking a long road trip, Grand Canyon and Page, Arizona, and all kinds of stuff. So it should be a lot of fun driving through getting lost in the desert, as they say. So we are going to have a good time doing that. And we'll be swinging by Charles's place to collect that $2. And we'll be landing in Vegas and driving from there. But Charles, you've got all your wisecracking. What are our odds? You've been keeping track of the plus minus for us. What do you have us at now after the German debacle? But we can't just pick off we were minus 150 before. But we'll see. I don't know. The loss of that UK bomber, that's a big one. That's important. So, and those are the last 2 UK land units, other than the dude in New Zealand who doesn't own a boat. So he's not going anywhere.
He's not going to last very long, Gary.
You're going to go pick him off? Man, why not? Halftime wagering minus 220? Minus 220?
Didn't we start out as favorites? I don't remember. How do we get here, Gary?
Originally, I think we were like plus 120.
Yeah.
How the mighty have fallen. I don't know, man. Like, we'll have to figure it out. All right. So, again, taking a break. Historical Board Gaming, thank you guys for being here. See, thank you, Bill. Thank you. That's a sucker bet right there. That's a sucker bet. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're just gonna lose your money right there. Let the New Zealand man live. War as hell, brother. War as hell.
We'll see.
I want to go to the Shire. New Zealand is absolutely on my top 10 places that I have not visited that I still need to visit. So we're gonna definitely go check that out. All right. I think that's what we got. So big things.
I wish I could say this was a good one.
I'm hanging my hat on taking out the last 2K UK units and that bomber in the Pacific Theater. So
that's good.
We knew that this was a kill Germany first, and I think we knew that German fleet wasn't going to survive. I guess I was hoping that it would be it wouldn't have died quite so sadly, but it's going to be, we knew there was going to be units there anyway. We were just hoping to take a couple of those fighters maybe, or at least one of those fighters, something. Get the both. We got one destroyer. Come on. Anyway, but we did get the bomber. Like trying to stay focused on the positive, right?
Yeah.
We got the bomber, the last 2 UK land units. All right. So back on the 28th. Poll's going to go out on the 27th. Big giveaway on the 28th. Big announcement on the 28th. And US 3 and Japan 4. Again, it's going to be a big one. So we're definitely hanging in there.
Yeah, I think that'll be a big round. I think that, I said it earlier, if we were around 4 or 5, I'd feel a little better, but there's a lot of time in this game left, and Germany doesn't have a lot of units on the board, and that's scary.
Well, but Japan's running wild. That's the... Stay focused, brother. Stay happy. Stay on the positive side of it. I like where I think minus 220 is much too strong. I would not make that bet, and I'm in this game. I wouldn't call us ahead at this point, but the UK fleet is split, or the US fleet is split. There's no more UK units, sea units, land units in the Pacific Theater at all. We have complete control and dominance over China, right? The Russians are hobbled. Like they're not, I don't see the Russians as seriously challenging a victory city other than their own, right? They'll probably liberate their own victory cities, but I don't see them going after Poland. I don't see them realistically getting to Shanghai if they decide to sprint those tanks in that direction. That doesn't seem realistic to me. So it absolutely feels like it could still go either way. So yeah, we're going to, I think minus 220 is, I don't know if Charles is joking there or if he's serious, but I think I would still put this. You got to get. I think in any of these games, you got to give the edge a little bit to the Allies, because the Americans get that last move, and that is so critical in tournament play.
It's big, yeah.
So we will see. Yeah, it was definitely a trade-off, Chad. The bomber was a tough loss for the UK, but C-Zone 5 and Karelia, that was just devastating. So that was a huge win. That's a huge win. Like you came out of C-Zone 5 with way more units than you were supposed to. You landed in Karelia with way more units than you were supposed to. So yeah, that's going to be a problem that the Sherman's going to have to deal with. But we'll see. There you go. Thank you, Charles. All lines are for entertainment purposes only. Absolutely. YouTube, don't block my channel. We're not actually betting. So awesome. Well, friends, I think we're going to leave it there. Doug, thank you very much for being here at Commanders. Thank you for putting in the orders and doing all the work to make that fun. Keep that world chat going. I know that there's going to be a lot of discussion about what the best U.S. moves are, and it'll be very interesting to see. But I should also mention that if you've never driven around in the Southwest, cell service is more of a suggestion than it is in other parts of the country. So if you do not see me commenting or replying or posting on Facebook or anywhere around, it's because I don't have cell service. And Jamie wants me to throw my phone in the ocean because it's constantly attached to me. So, so yes, I could use a break from from computers and the news and everything else. So we're going to take a little break and recharge and spend some time with family. So, but I'm super grateful for all the members that have jumped on here. The gift memberships have been fantastic. Really, really appreciate it. I think we're at what, 130 now, 135, some crazy number. So that's
awesome.
just great. So we're really excited about that. And these, a set of new microphones, by the way, are headed to Doug in the mail tomorrow. So we're going to up his audio.
That'll be good.
Bit, so awesome. That's
all right, man.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.
We will see you.
Have a good one, everybody. Good night.
Bye-bye.